6 o'clock in the morning. He even said nothing. He said, "I was right, wasn't I?"
Right. He already,
he already knew what I was
right.
calling him for.
Niggas got the early tweet. Like, wake up.
It's happening.
It's happening.
What happened?
Who would have thought?
Nah, I would have. That Cat Williams. That's the Cat Williams effect.
I'm just saying, like, now on this future project, I thought that was pretty dope.
Hey, you know, it's the great reset, ain't it?
Yeah. And the thing
Shit
is,
is resetting. A lot of people that you see around me, you ain't gonna see them no more. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
A lot of the cars got reshuffled. Pick a side. You know, we living in war times right now. Like the shit that happened in Russia is a significant indicator. Remember, he revealed the Black Christ, and 15 minutes later on some SpongeBob shit, they had a terrorist attack. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yep.
Vladimir Putin yesterday revealed the Black Messiah, okay? On nationwide television, one of the most powerful men in the quote-unquote outside of America. And then they had a terrorist attack by, it doesn't make sense.
ISIS.
Like, it was in the same hours.
Within the same hours. So the news, instead of being about his discovery, now got covered by a quote-unquote shooting. And it completely, right? Yeah.
They brought in their own ISIS. Like, okay.
Tactic.
You gonna hide this?
They
right
prompted that. That shit was probably some prompts. All right. Yeah. 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 Can I get some agua? The president still acting unpresidential. Bitch, I'm in the Bronx with the evil in my residential. It was all emojis, it was never mental.
Man, right, it's so crazy how things happen, right? Because we was in New York at the same time, and never got to see y'all outside.
Right.
Moved to LA and moved out here, and now we're here.
And I was in Connecticut for 2020.
2020, yeah.
I did this album out there. Out here and out there. Remember that album run? Red Summer?
2020 was crazy, nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, the Red Summer album run, bro. The recording sections and everything, magical.
It was some what,
It was magic, yeah. Cassili's
Picked
joint.
off that Cassili's joint, and that shit just ran.
It just kept running from
It
there.
ran to the end of the year.
Wow, to December. Shit, 300. The crimes of the passionate ones who fell in love with blasting their guns. My chain froze. Yeah. Doctor Strange mode. Fuck the brain rearrange. 360, 365. On the bank rolls, on the coast of the mangoes. Hot power is obtained if you have to shower posse to tell you that it's showers in the rain. Cowards that remain, flowers is arranged. Oh, Pastor Oculus. Power in them. I never look at 24 hours just the same. Bitch, I'm Jack Power with some backpack power. Then Mr. Matt Lauer, hashtag Mr. Me Too. Red pillar, I suggest that you niggas meet blue, blue, blue. Yo.
In the land of the brave,
Came on the scene looking like
Don Juan. Right.
You heard?
Don Juan in it.
composed to the science, we not posing or trying, controlling the climates, yeah, we
Both these environments.
scientists with clientless, Midas touch with iron fist, holding arms, only way to catch these gems.
It's with an open arm.
Equestrians on open farm, putting on that potent wall, rolling farms, coat of arms, Olympian, kicked in doors,
Waiting 44, they wouldn't let me in. She was pointing like a lesbian.
like pedestrians, it's a requiem, take you out front and center like ESPN. In
ESPN.
the middle of the action, spitting with passion, you get riddled if you pass passing. Shit, no dribble, we just passing off the scribble, we just cashing. Expand the vote.
Earl ago, man ago, I said man ago, man ago, man ago. Nah. Oh, you bitch niggas. Antidote, very ready, dead already. Nah, dead already. Yeah. It's in the forest. February. You like it, I love it. I'm fighting like a walrus. Like a walrus? Like a walrus, nigga. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, family. There you have it. The good brothers, the twin pillars, Red Pillar and Blue Pillar off of that Red Summer album. That is the China Flow. By a show of hands,
classic.
How many of y'all want to go to China to a trade show to last for 1 month at the end of this month? Let me know.
Put some fire emojis in the chat.
Yeah, put some fire emojis in the chat if you want to go ahead and go to China for a month-long trade show and whatnot. Or if you want to sponsor a month-long, quote-unquote, trade show in China as well. That's the China Flow. Look out for some new music. If you like that, then you're going to love what's coming up. You dig?
Soon
We got,
Soon to come.
Soon to come. Soon to come. Hold on, rude boy.
To this day.
Soon to come.
To this day.
Soon.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
The music is back. Sound effects is back. The lights is back. The cameras is back. The platform is back. The pillars is back. The feeling is back. You know what I'm talking about? It's spring again. Rising power to Bismarcky. You feel me? You know? We outside on the south side, KTL and the ATL. I'm here with my two comrades. You know what I'm talking about? We in the building and whatnot. I'm here with my good brother, Nashawn.
Yes, sir. Nashawn here on the mic. I am a designer. I design menswear, and I also hand make shoes. You can follow me on IG, NOHSAN. And I'm here kicking it with my brothers. Up next on the mic, we got homie Jeff from Athletics.
Yes.
Yes. This is Jefferson from Athletics. I also have a store in New Black Wall Street called Star Status.
Yes.
And we just here to build, on the Drake stuff, on the War and Aries. Y'all get ready for another episode. Maybe you caught the first episode, so maybe we'll build on something else.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. And make sure you go and check out Star Status. He is an official carrier of Kings County and Soldier Culture. You know what I'm talking about? The drip that we got on deck.
Fire merch.
Oh, yes. Oh, Lord. Fire merch. Matter of fact, we're going to give one of these away. We're going to give 2 shirts away today. This is a large, I believe. Yeah, this is a large. Yeah. Shout out to Kodak and whatnot. Shout out to all of my sapases and whatnot. To my Haitian brothers, my Zoes and whatnot. You know, I'm Haitian by association. I grew up with some Haitian rising power to Tone, Ouija, all of my Flatbush Massive. Yeah, Culture Vulture. And we did this before for Let the Record Show. Before Ye got on the balcony with the Vulture shirt, we already had designed this and whatnot. So, we was on that wave, that frequency. So we understand the power of the Vulture. We understand, symbolically what that entails and what that means. So before the night is off, we'll have 2 winners out there and whatnot.
We'll do a contest.
We'll do a contest, exactly. Yeah, so we here. It's a new year. We got new energy. There's some new things going on in life and whatnot. We got new opportunities. You feel me? It's a new day. So yeah, we are gonna have a great conversation tonight. I want to do a roll call. Is that okay with y'all?
Yes,
Let's do a roll call.
absolutely.
Who in the building?
You know what I'm saying? It's
Coast to
only
coast.
right. Yeah, it's only right. You know what I'm saying?
Country.
You know what I mean? It's only right that we do the roll call.
Where we at?
I want to keep the feeling that
Let's
the
see where
people are used
at.
to and
Do
whatnot.
a roll call.
You know what I mean? But I do want to say to all of my Patreons and the people who have supported us and stood with us, and you know, through all of the ordeals with Boo Tube, with all of that, we appreciate y'all, cause it gets greater later. You know what I'm talking about? And now we back in Technicolor, and the stuff that we have been putting together, not just in this content house that we're in right here, Industry ATL. Shout out to Brill and his movement and his people and his company and whatnot. Make sure y'all book some time at Industry ATL. We'll have some commercials playing, so you guys will be able to, you know, see what we have to offer over here, so y'all could tap in and, you know, get into this content wave, because content is king.
Facts.
Content is king. Could we talk briefly about how content is king and how the youth, the young generation, if you ask 10 of them, 7 of them will say, if you say, what do you want to do when you grow up? And 7 out of 10 will be like, I want to be a content creator. Right?
YouTuber.
I want to be a
Content
YouTuber.
creator.
Right?
That's a job now? I'm like, I guess it is.
No.
They got billionaires.
The
off
reason
of it.
why they say that they want to do it, because it's not a job. They don't think that it's a job. They don't look at it as a job. They like, yo, this is the best way out of a job that I could be silly.
Right. Become a character. For
I could
someone.
become a character, or I could become a jester, a court jester, like the dude back in the days. What was his name when he would throw himself on the tables and whatnot?
Evel Knievel?
Nah,
Super Dave.
my dude with the tattoos on his face. That was
Jack the wrestler?
crashing out. The dude who used to be on the internet crashing out back in a few years ago, and he was the beginning of that crash out attention economy culture where niggas is just doing dumb shit. And he became a Christian. What's his name?
No, not
NBA
Scott,
Youngboy?
right?
No, you stupid.
Yeah, you are. Fool, bro.
He
Nah,
Mormon now though, right?
son was a troll on the internet.
Boom
Tekashi
Gang?
6ix9ine.
Boom Gang.
Boom Gang?
Boom Gang,
Okay.
right. So you have Boom
yeah,
Gang,
Boom
who was the
Gang.
beginning of crash out culture.
Oh, yeah, he was
He's the
out there
beginning of
crashing out.
attention economy of culture.
was falling
He's the
out and
beginning
stuff.
of troll culture. No, I'm just saying, but he showed people that you could become lit, right? You could become lit on the internet, not just the internet, but the nigga net, by doing things that they say in the law of power when they describe being a court jester, right? They say to
could
get
be
people's
weak.
attention, you do things that are outlandish.
Moist.
You become a shock jock. You say shit that the people be like, wait, son didn't say that. Yes, he did. You become a shock jock. You do what Baby Kia does and whatnot. Not to say that's what he's doing. What's up?
Somebody said Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter, who allegedly committed suicide, I believe. Cause, huh? Yeah,
Carter.
yeah, Aaron Carter. Oh, right.
New Kids on the Block.
New kid, right. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many Vicks. I could go on for days when we talk about what this industry has done to so many people in broad daylight, like in front of your face. You know what I mean? And people are still loyal to them, and those days are over. That paradigm is coming to a screeching halt, and I'm here to witness that. And I'm pushing it, and I'm accelerating it, and I'm being I'm a sponsor and a ultra donor. You know what I mean? To all of that smoke. You know what I'm talking about? Because the shit that it just has to come to an end, bro. And I'm seeing it coming to an end. You know, there's a lot of recollection. This year, 2024, is bringing a lot of justice and is shedding a lot of light on a lot of things that have been hidden. You know?
Speaking of, really quick, to go off topic really quick, but also on
Right.
topic, did you watch that Nickelodeon documentary?
Not yet.
You watched
I've been.
I watched some of it so far, man. It's completely changed my point of view on all those shows, man.
Oh, nah, I
used
thought
to
you
watch some
knew.
of them shows.
No,
Yeah.
the same, but just like to like actually like see
Right,
it
right.
and
Right.
like watch it as like an adult.
Right.
It's
Right.
like real disgusting.
Right. So then it harkens back to what we have to now by
Got
discovering.
even worse though. It's gotten worse though.
Way worse.
Now the
just,
cartoons are there.
Because it was permitted to happen. Right. Remember, as you was watching the shows, even though you were ignorant to what was going on, it didn't take away the fact that it was going on.
Facts.
You're being exposed to these children who were being abused, who were fake smiling and putting on a super duper role. That affected the people who were witnessing that in some type of way. Now you're discovering in the years of exposure that was going on behind the wall. You found out that the take that has a whole nother meaning, and that behind the walls of this tunnel and whatnot, it was some whole nother shit going on. Now that makes a lot of sense because remember, I come from the tunnel era. P. Diddy and them got their rise in the quote unquote tunnel. The tunnel is Peter Gatien. Peter Gatien is a Israeli Mossad. He went to jail and whatnot. He's the one who brought ecstasy to New York. And you gotta remember the chemicals, the pills and stuff like that. It comes from over there, from Is It Real and whatnot. He was the one who turned Limelight into a club, and he turned the tunnel into a club. Peter Gatien, he was a gangster, and he was down with these people and whatnot. And your man P. Diddy and what we call the tunnel era, because the tunnel era is the bad boy era. It represents everything that he represents, because a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, that nigga's a freak and he's like that. And I'm not co-signing nothing that he's doing. He's been a freak. However, he was in the mold of a lot of New York gangsters. I would tell you that niggas who beat their girls up was on some real other kind of kinky type shit, and they was bodying niggas, and they was, rough, like extorting other niggas and blackmailing people. It's a lot of those people. Those are called gangsters in New York. That's the kind of shit that they be into, right? So he's part of an era, and he's part of a quote unquote generation where those coke warlord, those kingpins, those niggas that's in the feds, the Rafers and the Alpos, and you know what I mean? Those was some, different type of breed of criminal that we came across. That's a different type of sociopath. These are a different type of, and that sociopath molded people who are not in that type of mind state to bring them into that type of mind state. We was watching the documentaries. Niggas was smoking the weed, the weed with the seeds in it, right? With the 40 and shit. You know what I'm talking about? With mad hours of hooky on us. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas had to stop watching. Like, you got 8 hours, son. We was watching all the drug dealer DVDs. We was familiar with all their stories. You know what I mean? We were like, that became our reality. And as depraved as these niggas was, remember, we would sit around and talk about like how Faces of Death, the DVD is. Yeah. At first, we would just be in the crib talking about how niggas be catching bodies. Then you get to see some shit on like Faces of Death, like, oh shit, the monkey had their brain. Oh, a nigga. You know what I mean? This is back in my days and our days. Now they see it on their phone.
Oh my.
Easy access.
Yes, and that just goes to show you, once again, like I was saying earlier about how the teachers are. They were not accessible. Yeah. Now they're so accessible that you could slide in a DM of a master teacher and be like SMD. Yeah. Or you could slide, what?
Not to interrupt you, I got this comment. It says, from the Black Zionists, that's why New York is really Jew York, second to Israel. New York is the next largest location of U.S. Jews on the planet.
Facts. Let me explain something. Let me explain who these people are in New York. Yes, straight up mafia, big time, right? The big shit, right? Like,
own all the land.
Huh?
Own all the land, right?
The landlords.
Yo, case in point, right?
The landlords.
My wife was an accountant for this company.
Monopoly.
And the top accountant at the company, like, bringing in for themselves, not including their bonus, like $1 million
Right.
paycheck, right?
Right.
One of them owned the apartment building that they live in, and still getting food stamps and all the other stuff because America would have sent a
Yeah, they bodied that. They ran that. No, they were the most recipients of that program in the city. Everybody knows that. They bodied that shit. Right.
So the wife goes and files for this stuff because she's like basically a single parent on paperwork.
So look, diamonds, real estate, school, like education, lawyer, all legal shit. I'm talking about from the lawyer all the way down to the clerk, right? Counsel and everything. Medical, the hospital, the doctors and all of them.
Naturopathy.
Fashion, because New York is a district, right? Wholesale and fashion, they got that. Entertainment, the record labels and all of them. And then banks. We could just stop right there. And that's all in New York, right? And they got all of that. But let me share something with you that you may not know. And this is how the great divine speaks through sign, because they put you. Oh, what happened? What happened?
They can't hear you. Well, at least one person said
Squally. Can you squally?
main. Maybe, I don't know, keep talking.
Yeah, y'all can hear me?
Keep talking, baby.
Yeah, I can hear me, baby.
There's
Man.
only one person that said it, maybe it'll get
Right. That's a bot. Yeah.
The flow, you heard?
Yeah, I'm talking about.
I'm just playing.
So we good on the audio? Because the audio is important to me.
Nah, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
So yeah, what was I talking about?
Can't hear sound effects. All right, good. We good.
They can hear the sound effects?
Yep.
That we good, we good. Right. So
we're talking about the folks owning up everything.
yeah, so with the great divine speaks on King David.
On King
David, with the great divine that speaks through signs, what it did is it threw a nugget at us, right? In the midst of all of the things that was going on with Is It Real, where they were being, quote unquote, revealed to be the synagogue of, right? And they were showing their hand, right? And they were losing the favor of the world. Remember, I called it from the beginning. I was like, nah, they're going to lose the war because the war is about perception. And if the world sees the perception if the perception of them changes in the world, that is a great shift in global politics, and not just global politics, global perception. Things fall and collapse and basically die when people take their eyes off of you, and the way that they see you, you shrink in their eyes and you become something different. Oh nah, that's a shift, that's a paradigm shift. So I was like, they're gonna lose the war of perception. Whoever made them force their hand kind of checkmated and was like, I'm gonna fall on my sword, and we just gonna show the barbarity of these people, right? And here we are, right? Here we are. If you riding for that shit, then you need to get your head checked. So everything that they used to have is now gone. But that doesn't stop the influence that they have. Oh, so with all of that, that group that had the tunnel is the one that should be the main focus. They put them in the spotlight because if you want to talk about the Corleones and what they meant to their family, we got to talk about who those people mean to that whole thing.
Right.
People don't know the power and how deep and how you don't know who that sect right there. Let's not talk about anybody else. That once the Lubavitch, them people right there with the tunnel on Eastern Parkway, who everybody from Brooklyn know. We all know about my mans and them with the Goldilocks. They into some shit, y'all. You gotta know who is around you, and if you don't know, then that's on you. What they say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You gotta know your Moorish history. They know who the hell you are. That's why they are around you. They are feeding off of all of your energy. There is no coincidence that they be right up under all of our energy, feeding off of us. And they on multiple. It's almost like what they could put like tentacles in us, like the Matrix. How Neo had all of the cords in his back.
Yeah,
that's all of them systems that are sucking on us. Right, the succubus, the incubus.
They got the money from hip hop, and they were the directors. They green lighted the bullshit.
Look, Professor Smalls was on Black Magic 363 when he just did a monumental show about being on the phone with Tupac 2 days before Tupac made transition, because people forget that Tupac and Mutulu Shakur were related. I mean, that was his pops and his OG and whatnot. And he had him in touch with real people, like real, you know what I mean? So he was explaining that Pac was about to do his own thing. He was talking about distribution. He was talking about ownership. You know what I mean? He was talking about bringing different groups together. And he was talking about who Puffy was. Like, nah, y'all don't understand. I know who Son is. I know what Son is about. Y'all got to ride with me. Right? He wasn't in the wrong. He already spotted and peeped it, and he was like, nah, if y'all let this shit take over, you know what I'm saying?
So who was Biggie?
Huh?
Who was Biggie?
He was telling his man, who basically didn't really have nothing. He was sleeping on the couch, remember? So now he getting money, but he had to sign he's with the Scorpion, who's basically like, yo, I got you, ride with me. He's with Clive throwing all of this money at him. He already probably did some shit with them damn children, with the 9 people in city in a stampede and whatnot. You don't know if that was some type of ritual, but at this point, he a boy toy to the Keebler elf. Y'all don't, and remember, Professor Smalls got on Black Magic and he talked about the CIA white paper that Clive Davis was a part of, where the CIA put out a white paper about infiltrating black music. And that was the beginning of the end, because they infiltrated the Philadelphia sound, Stax Records, and it was by way of Clive Davis. He is an operative from that mission. From there on, he's been working against black ownership, black music, and the black sound. It is a fact. And Hakeem Green was talking about that on Doggy Diamonds a few years ago. And then I did some research and I spoke on it. And then when I heard Professor Smalls touch on it, I'm like, yeah, we got to go into this deeper, because he started Bad Boy. He bankrolled Bad Boy. He's the one behind Puffy. Puffy is the architect behind the movement that is known as Hip Hop Inc. today. There's nobody else that fits that mold of the architect. You can't find nobody. They'd be like, what about Grandmaster Flash?
Nah. He didn't have the Versace shirts, the champagne.
What about Jay-Z? Jay-Z comes afterwards. Once again, when we talking about the movie, you can't tell me about somebody that comes after the movie. After the movie starts. That's not how movies are worked. When he comes into the picture begins in that fucking that part of the shit. That's when that picture starts. He comes in with Jodeci. He comes in with Mary J. He removes the ill and the owl scratches and the heavy D's and, you know, and certain sounds. Records. Uptown, right.
Andre Harrell.
Yeah, Andre Harrell. He comes in with a newer sound, and that shit is like, nah. And then Biggie and Craig Mack and some of it in the remixes, and it's over after that. And then he ushers in the tunnel era, which is the anthem, or the quote unquote mantra is, it's all about the Benjamins, baby, right? Which is not a bad thing, because it took us from being low level, regular. I got I had my bail money in my pencil pocket, right? So walking around my bail money in my pencil pocket, my trick money in my left pocket, and the money to get in the club and do what I needed to do in the other pocket and whatnot. And you know, food to eat, you know, all of that. We split the bankrolls up. But after being engulfed in that sound and that frequency, which created a vision, which made us want to wake up the next day and instead of taking $500 worth of cotton that we had to, you know, get our reparations earlier. We couldn't wait for cotton reparations by way of Macy's and Bloomingdale's and whatnot, specifically Ralph Lauren cotton, because that was the best. You know what I'm talking about? That cloth, it made us want to go and get bags of Versace and put it in a Lizzie bag now. It made us want to say, you know what? We're going to go hard. We want to be in the 600 bins. See, people don't realize when Big was rapping about the 600 bins, they never had one in our hood yet. Like everybody in Brooklyn knew what everybody, because cars was becoming a new thing. Because like I said, everybody was a walk. You had to walk through the hood. You could ride a bike and whatnot, but I come from a city where we walk. We explore shit. When you had to go see a shorty, yeah, you would take the train, but you had to get off the train and walk to her hood.
Walk 2 to 3 blocks.
Yeah, and you might be walking through a posse, or you might be walking through a whole block that's 100 deep, and people is giving you raw ice grills and all kind of shit, and you got to be able, and you know, you got your jewelry on, you shining. Don't be low down.
And don't tuck it when they see you. Either.
Don't tuck it when they see you, right? Oh my goodness, you can't tuck that.
No, you gotta wear
no
that
tucking.
now.
So you gotta wear that, bro.
You gotta wear
with
that.
your head up, and they gonna sniff out if they smell fear. But you know, people's face card be good.
Yeah.
It ain't scary like that. I don't want to make it seem like it was horrible. It just had rules. It wasn't horrible. It just had you know,
Just gotta know how to move.
you just had to know how to move. You know what I mean?
Look like you know where you're going.
Right. New York had a rites of passage to it. That's the best thing that I could say. It's nothing like that now. Now you got some drill culture. We'll talk about that in another day. You know, but it's a lot different now. You could move anywhere that you want in New York. You could walk through New York with a tutu on.
Holding a teacup.
Holding a teacup Yorkie with some damn Jordans, B, with a ramen hair hat, a hair unit, and you would get high fives.
Facts.
You would go viral. I'm dead ass, bro.
You get a fit god out there.
Yes, yo.
To this day. To this day.
Niggas will buy you
To
shit.
this day.
Shorties will be paying for
To this day.
Get this man a smoothie on me. This man is killing shit.
Get a picture.
Right, let me get that picture. You'll take 1,000 pictures. And that's just what New York is. You could be who you want to be. And that's a beautiful thing. Shout out to New York, man.
Big shout out to New York.
Shout out to New York. Let's talk about Toronto.
Toronto.
What's up with Drake, bro?
I don't know.
He gonna have to
He in the lab right now. I know that much.
He in the lab, right?
Ghost Riders.
I was about to say him and his writers, him and his team.
He put them niggas on the Jake Paul drink.
Right.
Nah, they on that Jake Paul drink. Hold on.
To this day.
Got on
To this day.
Niggas on that Drake Paul
To this
drink.
day.
private jet.
You
Drake
don't.
and
To
J.
this
Cole
day.
punching the air right now.
He got the outfit fist. Oh, you get. You get. Now, this is the wild card. I don't want to jump ahead. Nah, let me not jump ahead. But we are in some very interesting times, y'all. We are in the precipice of the month of April, which is going to determine the direction that the world is going to move in. I promise you. There's an incident that if it takes place in April, it will forever shift the trajectory of, the world and humanity. And that is the killing of the 3 heifers, the 3 red heifers in Jerusalem. That will start the beginning of untold, it's going to go crazy, right? So that's something that we have to definitely pay attention to. It has everything that you know. It has everything to do with what's going on. The offensive that's going on is it real? These people are playing a game that they can't afford not to win, right? These people are playing a game by the book. They have to make those prophecies in that book come true. So the Christian Zionists over here are gonna make sure that Donald, Mr. 40, huh?
Sneaker man, gold sneakers.
Gold sneakers
Those sneakers.
is put into the right place and whatnot.
He gonna unite the black folks.
Right,
You know
right.
how we do? We have a common enemy. That's when we unite. That's when we come together. When there's a single focus.
Right.
It definitely was on high alert during the Trump era.
Very much so. It was a lot different. The mentality.
Coming from Obama when we was
Right.
snoring on the California, King California.
Right. Niggas was drinking.
Snoring.
Ooh,
Ooh, we got a black president. Ooh.
man, it was a pajama party unlike anything that I've ever seen.
Pajama jammy jam.
Pajama jammy jam. Niggas was in romper room. You know what I'm talking about? And it was ugly. You know what I mean? It was ugly. And this year hasn't been an offensive, a type of an offensive year. And I know that when the Republican wave ushers in, it's going to be an interesting dynamic. One of the telltale signs of that dynamic, I'm seeing it unfold, and that's Candace Owens. Keep in mind what she represents, right? Outside of the witchery
VP.
and everything.
What if we make a VP?
Huh?
What if we make a VP?
A VP what?
VP.
Make Candace
Trump.
Owens VP.
If he makes her VP
Yeah.
candidate, it's over, right? It's a landslide. Nah, it's a landslide.
Landslide.
She's giving Condoleezza, right? 2.0,
Yeah.
and she's a contagion, right? In a fact where she's a free agent now, in what is known as the black podcast sphere. All of them niggas have reason to be scared, right? She's gonna run circles around all of these Democrats and all of these fake intellect woke people. They got something on their hands with her, and she basically went on a Chitlin circuit run, right? And strategically had it set up to where, she knew that she was gonna get let go of that channel, and it was also pointed out that nobody is making any ruckus that she was allowed to stay on that channel as long as she talked bad about our people and talked down on us and was giving those Bedouins talking points and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of sharp knives in the drawer and whatnot. It doesn't make them good to use and whatnot. She is a character. Her name was Red Pill Black, right? Her name was Red Pill Black. That's how she started out. I thought that she was coming for the throne. I'm like, what's going on here? What the fuck? And then she went back to Candace Owens, right?
Yeah.
So here it is. She represents something that is an anomaly, a black Republican, a sister who is, very educated. She has a Charleston White type of perspective and realness and rawness and unapologetic, damnation of this fucking tragedy that we're witnessing called the culture, that people are being able to, fake, mentally masturbate about. Like, you know what I mean? No, hip hop. Like I seen an episode on Mav Hoffa where they was like, yo, drill music isn't, they were actually having a debate about if drill music is actually hurting the hood or not. Like they was like, you know what I'm saying? At least they got a job. If not,
Saving the 5 groups to sign.
Yeah, I'm saying we helping to put the insurance policy in them people's hands, y'all. Nah, that ain't it, bro. Yo, I got 40 New York rappers. I got a whole chart. It's 40 of them that's on the island right now, and the chart is broken up in blue and red, right? These are all young. These is all Nas Blicky, all the way from Nas Blicky to Nas EBK to K Flock. All it is, the whole Rikers Island is filled up with drill rappers. City upside down. Shit went from New York to Gotham City from 2020 up into now. And you know, it wasn't in that direction. New York was actually becoming super safe around 2017 and whatnot. It was becoming really safe, and then things took a turn for the worse. And then the movie The Joker came out.
Oh yeah.
You gotta remember The Joker. Yeah. Remember The Joker forecasted, huh?
$1 billion.
$1 billion, $1 billion grossing movie, right? So it's a super ritual.
They said that's the first R-rated movie to do that, right?
Right. And yeah, I think so. And the movie depicted New York as Gotham City. They said it was what? Super rats, right? This was before Tekashi, right? So they were like, Gotham City has super rats. And then boom, the super rat comes out. And then of course the regular rats and whatnot. Then they showed about the crime. Then they showed all of the shit going on the trains and whatnot. Then people start getting bodied on the train. I've never seen so many people being caught with bodies in their fridge and in their cribs in New York than now these days in the last 3 or 4. Yo, it's an epidemic, bro. And I'm from the town. That shit never was going down like that, bro. Regular, I'm talking about like citizens. It ain't like gangs and whatnot. These are, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is the level of depravity has now opened up to a place where it's truly Gotham City. And the Joker is wild. And that Joker is not just the music, it's the egregor, it's the spirit. It's whatever that demonic entity, whatever that shit that where people are smoking on dead people and whatnot and making fun of them.
That was wild crazy for a minute.
For a minute.
I mean, they're still doing it.
For a
right
minute.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I tell people this.
YouTube videos.
If people were tapped into Chief Keef at 2012, right? They were 12 years old. We're talking about the generation Ice Spice and them born in 2000, right? So Chief Keef's crowd in 2012 was like 12-year-olds. He was like 16.
Yeah.
From 2012 to 2020, those kids who grew up to be Pop Smoke, who was 20 years old in 2020, that's all they came up with was rappers their age and younger getting bodied, bro. We didn't have that shit. Scott LaRock had us fucked up. We was
To this day.
Yo, Scott LaRock.
To this day.
And then when Biggie and Pac died, that shit put us in depression.
Wow.
I didn't, like a lot of people didn't even recover from Big and Pac. But we didn't have it to where all of these rappers was getting their shit pushed back, bro. Like people was like dying health-wise, but this is unprecedented.
Pop getting robbed.
Right. So
violent endings.
Right. So you have babies, little babies, teenagers going on Twitter and seeing we didn't know about shit like this when we didn't. I found out about a lot of this later on. Like, wait, word? Yeah, I was damn okay. Dirk and them they was putting the bodies on Twitter. Oh shit, word. Niggas was seeing bodies. We saw Faces of Death. They saw their favorite rappers' bodies. The murder scene or the surveillance footage when they was getting Swiss cheese. These is 8-year-old, 9-year-olds. So imagine when they 20, they numb. They crash out, and that's how those are the niggas that's out there bodying shit, crashing out.
They're already outside like Rambo at that point.
They outside like Rambo. They the ones with the Call of Duty jumps.
And the extendos.
With the extendos. And then Grand Theft Auto.
Call
right?
of Duty.
While they on that GMO corn, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, they perfected their shooting skills with the Grand Theft Auto, with sniping niggas and all of those modern Warcraft, cause it went from being I had Duck Hunt, my niggas. Hold on. Give it up for Duck Hunt.
Bang, 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 bang.
I had the Duck Hunt, my nigga. We didn't have motherfucking this shit is like the simulation that they train in the armed services.
First person shooter mode.
Me in the shooter mode. I should play that song too. The first shooter.
First person shooter.
Might have to
Response.
play that. Yeah, that's a response. We might have to
Response.
throw that in the mix. But the video is
second person shooter.
second person shooter. I was gonna
I
put
hope it
third
come
person
with 3
shooter.
switches.
I hope you come with 3 switches.
Bang, 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 bang.
So we gonna meet up in Vegas and put some money on the table. Who betting on K Dot? You know what I'm talking about for the clear 3-0.
Hey, look.
Cause this is going 3 rounds. March Madness, y'all. 30 ball in the styrofoam. 100 miles road. Doesn't the grass. 100 miles grass. This is March Madness.
Drake and Cole are homies, but I'm putting all my chips on Kendrick.
All my chips on young K Dot.
All my chips on Kendrick.
I'm putting my money on the Israelite.
To this day. To this
You don't
day.
find that suspicious.
To this day.
Yeah, the song called
To this
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah.
Take the song called.
To this day.
Is she was white, right?
Check like 6.
Huh?
That
I
copyright.
said J. Cole's mom isn't Jewish. She's just white.
She's Ashkenazi. What you mean?
Something like that's a ongoing thing right now between him and Drake. And you got K Dot the Israelite going up against those.
That's the wild card. I didn't want to.
Drake gonna come back with some shit, and then K-Dot gonna explode on him.
K-Dot gonna remind that boy
Right.
that he is the original God. When he get in that bag, when he get in that Super Saiyan bag, it's over, Hova. Oh, nah, they gonna give me a copyright.
Copyright strike.
We ain't doing that. Yeah. Big as the what? Big as the what?
No, did it?
So, you know, it's an interesting finals that we see right here. But once again, Ye is at the heart of this whole thing because Ye is leading the charge against his foe, who is Drake, right? Because K Dot joined forces with that side. And Future has joined forces with the Ye side. He's all over the Vultures 2 album. And then of course, you see when you start rocking with Ye, you get the Ye pack.
The Yay pack.
Party.
Huh?
Party.
The Ye pack.
To this day.
You get the Ye
To this
pack.
day. To this day.
That's a Cardi
To this day.
and Travis feature. And you gonna be good.
Facts.
So I'm glad that the chips fell where they may. You know what I mean? The people that he lost, he didn't need them anyway. This new version of him is a different version. It's right in line with the times that we're in. That war that he went out there, we still in that war. He might have lost the battle, but he's winning the war. Right? So that's a war of non-censorship. That's a war of being able to stand on your truth. That's the war of not just being an artist and being quiet and being timid. That's the war of not being able to being taken advantage by these contracts. Like he really opened that conversation up.
Slavery is a choice. You know?
Slavery is a choice. And people became so infuriated and triggered and whatnot.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What does he mean? What he means is you sign a paper and slavery is a choice. Because by doing that, you put yourself in a contract that's binding. Henceforth, while artists don't own their name, they don't own their likeness, they're always talking about they're broke and they're penniless because they didn't read what?
A
At
contract.
360.
And what they say in most of it for
360.
perpetuity,
For perpetuity.
for forever and ever.
For perpetuity.
Sign your life away.
You literally signing your life away.
Literally. And people be like, oh, that's hogwash. Ask all of these artists that literally thought that they could just, you know what? I'm going to just walk away. Oh, no, you not.
Mm-mm.
And then they start stripping everything away from them. And they like, wait, hold on. What's going on? Look, here's the paper. And that's these people that we're talking about, right? And this is the sorcery that we're talking about. And this is the grip that we're talking about. And this is the quote unquote binding, the binding contract, the spell that people have to break. So I'm glad that it's breaking. It has a lot of breaking to break. But I definitely hear it crackling and it's breaking, it's falling apart. Pillars and columns are falling. You know, the dominoes are falling. And this exposure that I see may take place in hip hop is gonna put people in a better place because it's time to get back to these bars. It's time to get back to these bars.
Coming out, right?
Yes, henceforth. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better than for this climate to be created. It's almost as if the ancestors are moving things in our favor and they're setting the stage for this project that me and Blue worked so arduously to put together called the 48 Pillars of Power.
Fire.
You know what I'm talking about?
Every track fire.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yo, hold on. Wait up, where we at? Yeah, the 48 Pillars of Power. You feel me? Yeah, we was cooking. Yeah, we was cooking for Brooklyn. We took it back to the bars, the twin pillars. This doesn't sound like, this is not Red Pill Pillar from, this is not Red Pill from YouTube, first of all. This is not the Red Pillar from Red Summer. This is more so from Twin, Red Pillar from Twin the album. So this will be me and Blue Pillar's follow-up to our monumental release, Twin, the double album in 2018, I believe. And yeah, we bodied that shit. It's the 12 tracks, one volume of out of 4. So it's the 48 Pillars of Power, right? So it accompanies a book, right? It accompanies a book. And it also accompanies a strain because me and Blue got the Strainington. You know what I'm talking about? I smoke my own, Yeah, tell me about that. Yeah.
Big gas.
Big gas. Tell me about that big gas.
That joint, that pack fire too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke me before niggas smoke my pack. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna get rich off of our pack before somebody be like, we smoking on red. Nah, we got strains. Yeah, we got flavors, my neighbors.
Order. Where do you can order from it? Get it ordered.
We getting it.
Ooh.
This is Tyson.
Okay.
See the packaging?
Yeah.
Right? Pre-roll. I ain't selling flour loose like that. You know what I'm talking about? Until they start putting my shit in Adobe jars. Like Adobe bottles. Until I could be in Whole Foods in Adobe bottles, I'm going to give y'all the pre-roll. You know what I mean? You know, because we got to coordinate. And it's all about the coordination. And people's time is not what it used to be. We could talk about the acceleration of time and its quantum quickening, but people want look, these are shorties, right? Shorties.
They want the experience.
They want the experience. It's 10 rolled up shorties pre-rolls in here. THCA, this right here is fire. So Red and Blue have their strain. We got our strain coming and whatnot. And we're going to have it in pre-rolls, and we'll be selling it in cases just like this. Shout out to Tyson, who, by the way, when he knocks the white boy out, he will complete the greatest rebranding in boxing history, or maybe sports history, in my humble opinion. And why I say that is the exposure that he will have to a generation who, when you brought Mike Tyson up, they wasn't talking about him favorably.
Right.
The people who be talking about Mayweather's the GOAT and all of these FanDuel niggas, they were not talking about Mike like a monster that he was. I don't think so. Especially the people who follow Jake Paul and his brother.
Right. It's a whole new fan base.
That's a whole new fan base. So when you pop homie's head off, now I'm talking about a clear, none of that playing around, you goofing. No, I'm talking about Bulldog Brownsville shit. You got to get all up in this nigga's living room. I'm talking about you got to, yes. I need to see, sparring Mike. If niggas, you see how they be sparring? Why they don't be in the ring like that? Are we still on live?
To this day. To this day.
Sparring be looking like
To this day.
The
They really
sparring.
like
To
champions,
this
though.
They be looking dangerous in the sparring.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. Watching Mike spar make me rethink a fight with him. Like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need that
You
money
know
that
what,
much,
son?
bro.
That money though, I'ma just invest in crypto. You know what I mean?
Get plastic
I'm
surgery.
gonna try my shit with crypto. I'm gonna try my luck with the crypto.
Plastic surgery and crypto.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Fuck.
Like, if he could knock his trainer back 2 feet and he don't care about him, what make you think
What
he
if-
care about
right,
me?
right.
Like, I'm good,
But-
bro.
But do that
He
first
needs-
dive and be like, oh,
He needs a clear knockout,
Yeah,
like how
yeah.
homie knocked the Nigerian nigga, pancaked him.
Mm.
Boom. Anthony Joshua. We need a clear knockout. Then Mike is now elevated into a new niche, new demographics where he is going to fucking thrive. Cause he got all of the components. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then that just gives him one of the greatest rebrands. Cause he been rebranding. He been killing shit.
Big time.
He put the world on Toad, my nigga. He's a legend just for that.
Big time.
He became a Toad warrior. And for the people who need the healing, let's give it up for healing real quick, y'all. I mean,
suspicious. To this day. You don't find that. To this
let's
day.
give it up for left-handed healing.
To this day.
Left-handed healing is the fact that in Atlanta, people are on shrooms on some party shit, right? And they're like drinking Casamigos and they on shrooms, and all over the Future album they talking about shrooms. And Thug was talking about shrooms, Boozy talking about shrooms, 2 Chainz having shroom parties and whatnot. It's a shroom world now, right? So we know our people need help in healing, because a lot of people been traumatized henceforth while they be carrying on the way that they do, right? And they drilling and killing and spilling and, you know, and you know, I was just having this conversation yesterday with Blue and one of my day ones, Danny and whatnot, and we were reminiscing over losing one of our day ones, Tone Capone, right, in 94 and whatnot, Haitian brother, who was one of the most lit Haitians, sapase on the planet. Matter of fact, I was like, yo, I know that there was Haitians in Brooklyn who personally changed the tide for Haitians around the world. Do you know how powerful that shit was when certain Haitians in Flatbush started standing up and them niggas started running blocks and whatnot and putting on for Haitians? That rose the stock, and it was almost like the 100 Monkeys theory. The rest of the Haitians activated and just got in a fucking bag and whatnot, and you couldn't pick on them no more, cause they were treating them horrible when we were coming up. I'm talking about horrific. Our people could fucking step on other people who look like us. Don't put that past us. I seen it. You know what I'm talking about? I seen it.
No, man, I was just really like engulfed in what you were saying, because everything you're saying I've witnessed
Right.
in real life, in real time. So it's like what you're speaking is a reality that I've witnessed. So I'm just like going down memory lane reminiscing, man.
Right.
It's especially even like with the Haitians too, right? Because I remember it got to a point where even like the Haitian kids in my school, they just got fed up. Like, yo, you know what? Just fight me right now.
Just fight me right now.
Just fight me right now. I'm tired of it.
Right, just fight me right now. But they was running down on them. So we linked up with my dude, Tone. Tone was the coolest dude you could meet, bro. Tone was that dude, bro. You know what I mean? They thought he was Jamaican for most of the time, but he was Haitian and whatnot. You know what I mean? On East 19th, he lost his life in front of Macy's and whatnot. Rest in peace. It's a long story, but we're gonna depict this story. But me and my brother, we realized having a conversation just the other day that we still hurting and not healed from that shit right there. Like, people that's why when I see the drillers drilling and whatnot, I be like, what can I say, bro? I know what that feel like. If you lose one of your day ones on day 2, it's different when people be losing people like in 30 and whatnot. You losing people at 14 and 15. And my dude Tone was a general. Like, it wasn't like he was in the crowd. He was the one running the show. And they took him from us. But, you know, it was like a case of, you know, kill or be killed type shit.
Yeah, after that, you have a chip on your shoulder. It's like, I'm not gonna let anybody touch me, get close to me, and it's up from here on in, 24/7.
Yeah, it's definitely that. It's definitely that. And when people, when they flirt with death, you know what I mean? It's they make their mind up that they not gonna be the one going out like that. They not, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, it's life. It's a lesson that we've all learned, and some of us learned that lesson and tasted that bitter pill. You know what I mean? But you know, like people need healing, and these kids need healing, and these killers need healing, and the people who lost loved ones need healing, and the ones who grew up without certain parents in certain households, and you know all of that trauma, all of that abuse, and all of that. People need them shrooms. So left-handed healing is like people are getting the shit that they need, you know, through ways that we through are not the traditional ways, but they getting it nonetheless.
Facts.
Like they got the CMOS. However they got that shit, they found a way to get it. Right? They got it.
They got it.
Left-handed healing.
Yeah.
They didn't get it through a lecture at the Savy funnel. They didn't catch it in the Savy funnel. You know what I'm talking about? They caught that shit at the smoke spot.
They barber, they homegirl.
They homegirl, shorty that was stripping. Yeah, you want some CMOS? Hold on, let me clap. Yeah, after I finish clapping, they got yeah. Yo,
I make it on the weekends.
Yo, that thing is juicy, ma. Oh yeah, got 92 minerals. Clap, clap. Like they was getting that shit. There's a CMOS cartel out there somewhere, right? With their shirt off on like Bigo. You know what I'm talking about? With their shirt off on Bigo somewhere, like really doing heavy flexing. You know what I'm talking about? There's a CMOS cartel out there somewhere on a coconut yacht. They shit had to go up. What? Oh my goodness.
After 2020, like,
yo, Dexter, holla at your peoples. There's a Griselda in CMOS, nigga. CMOS has spawned a Griselda, niggas.
I got that gold and that purple.
I got that gold and that purple and that Acapulco. They got the Acapulco.
Well, that's not on the stock market, huh?
Why?
That's not a commodity.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, that shit went crazy.
Man, if CMOS was a commodity, you know.
CBD lost the fucking race. It was a marathon, like Nipsey said. Here comes CMOS. Shariah Richardson for CMOS. It came. She had the CMOS weave. She took her weave off. Hold on. That's CMOS right there. She was like, "Fuck that! I have my CMOS today. I'm taking this shit off. This polyester. This a hair unit."
Man, polyester hair.
Yeah. Helped her breathe a little better. Hair unit.
The Crispus Chondrus hair unit.
The Crispus Chondrus hair unit. I would wear a CMOS weave. I would if I wanted to grow. If I like, let's just say I had a scene where I wanted some locks.
Hey, what?
Yes.
The CMOS hairpiece for men.
The Acapulco hairpiece. And if anything, if I was going to one of those, you know, they had the Freaknik documentary premieres.
Yeah. You gonna get the beard attachment?
Yeah. I'm throwing that. Yeah, CMOS beard. I'm doing the CMOS beard.
To this day.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
To this day.
Heavy on the CMOS beard.
To this day.
Give it off when you get home.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Or maybe I won't have to peel it off. Maybe she will. Holla.
Catch one.
Be like, you want some CMOS, Mama Acapulco?
Hold up. You gonna get this work.
That's right.
That's funny.
Come get this moss beard.
Can get this moss beard.
Yeah, come get this moss beard. Call me Kate Moss. Huh? Randy Moss. Yeah.
Shut down.
So
Outro.
I just want to say that, you know, Saturday Night Live, this was an epic episode that we had tonight. You know what I mean? It feels good to be home. You know, I want to thank everybody who was riding with us when we was just on my phone back in the days when I was just on my cell phone in my crib. in the Bronx and shit, rebranding myself. You know what I mean? Putting everything back together and you know, stepping out, you know, and building my platform back out. Melanin Monday started right in the crib in the Bronx. And now it's on big stages in the A and other places. We got Third Eye Thursdays. Now we got Saturday Night Live, Sacrilegious Sundays, Mineral Ministries with Blue. I mean, the brand is just everywhere. And the family and the network is growing exponentially. You know what I'm talking about? So my network is my net worth. You know what I mean? And we here. And we ain't going nowhere. And we you know, it's only getting greater from here. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, we outside and whatnot. It's a new year, so it's a new look. It's a new feeling. It's a new bag and whatnot. We on our new shit. You know what I mean? New type of shit. You know what I'm talking about? This brother makes sneakers. He make jackets and all kind of clothes, anything. Both of them manufacture any drip you could think of. We illustrious, industrious Moors. We going to China with the China flow. Like we outside for real building this 2024 is going to be a monumental historic run. Something that you've never seen before. It's only getting started. When this music drops, the world is finna shift. We going to shift the paradigm. We not playing. We rapping like we got to pay the rent.
Absolutely.
Pay the rent.
Like
I
we gotta
remember when
pay
I
the
heard
rent.
it, I asked y'all, I'm like, who made y'all mad? Bitch?
Everybody. I'm on my new type of shit. We on K.time. So look out for that project. We coming with it. First single is Money and Power. You should be getting that. And we got the third person shooter that's coming soon too. AKA Infinity Stones.
Infinity Stones. You already know what that flow's gonna be like.
Yeah. So yeah. Any
Yo, yeah, you know, great to be on the podcast. You know, had some real jewels that was spit tonight. And we'll see y'all next time. You know, make sure y'all hit up athletics.com. Y'all see the merch. If y'all in Atlanta, swing through Atlanta, want to just come take a visit to the store on a little quick trip. You know, fly out, smash your girl, or your girl smash your homeboy. And then y'all come to the store and rock with your boy and get something up about that.
Yeah, come and get
New
some
Black
of this
Wall
drip.
Street,
Yes,
that
sir.
Kings County.
Right.
Saying, yes, sir. Come on through.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I also have to remind y'all that April 7th, the day before the solar eclipse, Red Pill, aka Rich Phil, we'll talk about that another day. And ALKEBULAN 44, we are going to be doing the Vulture Culture. This is going to be a lecture, all right? Me and his brother has about 4 classics already in the bag. You also have access to that bundle as well for some of my first-time buyers and whatnot. But me and the brother is going to be doing online only, online through Zoom, right? But it will be a visual presentation. If you know anything about ALKEBULAN, the brother who co-wrote the book Conversations with the Cosmos with Blue Pillar, the brother is a scientist of the highest order. We're going to be taking this shit to a higher level, you know, and breaking down a lot of the things that are going on, especially the leading up to the solar eclipse. So the link for that should be in the description. If it's not in the description, go to ktlusuniversity.com, ktlusuniversity.com, KTL as in know the ledge, ktlusuniversity.com, and you will see the class, and you will also see other classes that we have. We also have a class tomorrow from a 4-week mastermind that we're doing called How to Build a Digital AI Empire in 30 Days, Step by Step. We are in week 3, and already in 3 weeks, they've unveiled the Blackwell super chip NVIDIA, right? This is going to be a chip that's going to be able to make so many things accelerate in the world of AI and in technology. You're going to be talking about GPT-7, right? Then they unveiled robots. They have a whole family of robots, NVIDIA that is. This is within the span of a few weeks. There's been breakthroughs ever since we started this mastermind. So yes, you can have AI agents. You can have your own digital twin. You can have your AI clone. You can have automated AI working in a faceless company, faceless channels, all kind of things, you could build a digital empire in 30 days. So tap in with us. We have everything available for y'all. We outside, we working, man. You know what I mean? Let's cook. Let's get right. New music coming. New drip too.
What we got on Melanin
Oh,
Mondays?
Melanin Mondays is gonna be Facts 24, the campaign. I'm gonna be launching my campaign for Facts 24 on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The timing is now. And we got these 2 shirts. These are 2 larges. Y'all ask the people some questions, and then who we got in the chat room, if they got anybody with questions and whatnot.
52 people.
Okay.
In the chat.
So, do y'all have any questions that y'all want to ask?
I don't actually.
I got a question. What year did Twin the album come out? That should be easy. What year did Twin the album come out? For this shirt right here.
What year did Twin the album?
Culture Vultures. This is a thick.
Yeah, thick. 8 ounce. We do 8 ounce. Yeah.
You can't see through the back of the neck.
We do 8 ounce.
Let him know, son.
Yeah, this
You
is
know he
thick.
make clothes with the small details.
Right. So, DTG print. What year did the Twin the album come out? Y'all could Google it by now though. It said, what year did Twin the album come out? Twin the album. What year that came out?
That's a super easy question.
Yeah. International shipping. You just got to pay for it. But the shirt is free. There's a $50 shirt.
60, my brother. 60.
Come on, don't try to undercut the
Yeah,
price.
what we
Not that
doing?
others.
Show them the other one too. You know what I mean? I might just get out to my Patreons if I got any Patreons in the building. If I got any Rainbow Opal Patreons or Citrine Patreons, let your stuff be known and whatnot, and then you'll be gifted one of these shirts. You feel me? From me to you. Just my show of appreciation. Because look, without y'all, I wouldn't be right here. You feel me? Like, we don't get everybody is not on board. Everybody is not on, our side and whatnot. Everybody is not a supporter. Everybody's not a believer. Everybody, there's a lot of doubters and whatnot. So the people that do support the Patreons, look at this. This is what y'all responsible for. The upgrade, the level up and whatnot. Like I said, it only goes up from here. You know what I'm talking about?
We got Freddie Gibbs in 2017.
What's up, Freddie?
Freddie Gibbs said that? Yeah, nah. I believe it was 2018. You know what I mean?
Or something.
You know.
Twin the album. The year that Twin the album came out.
Right. As a matter of fact,
he just gave you the answer if you was listening a second ago.
Right. We got to pay attention. Man, I asked something a little more challenging, though. I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence. So, not to say that was insulting your intelligence, but let's I'm canceling that. Let's not answer that right now. Let me find out what is what is one of the main reasons why people are turning to Islam these days in the hip hop community? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just going to probe, I'm prompting my database, right? Which that's y'all are the intelligence and whatnot. Y'all the chat bots. So we got to prompt you to find out what you know, how you think and what you want to, how you going to answer, you know. Because I be watching some TikTok videos and interpretations are very important. And sometimes people be throwing people into some whole nother world with their interpretations of shit. And I'm like, God damn, that's dangerous. Y'all be getting thrown into limbo. You're gone too far. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of embellishment online where people are giving half truths and whatnot, but they embellish it with a lot of that pseudoisms and the pseudo sprinkles and whatnot. And that's the shit that be having people going cuckoo cow where they talking to themselves with no Bluetooth.
You seen the comments?
No. Discipline.
Oh, they got the exact date for you.
2018. Oh, April 4th. 2018.
Uh,
Yeah. Instructions.
yeah, Chai Garden, you can hit us up. You can hit us up. The failure of the other major religion to satisfy. Yes, it's to my understanding, it's almost like looking at our people on stepping stones. They have to pass through Islam to get to spirituality and other things. It's a beautiful thing. However, the way that the world is changing in the Aquarian age, I don't think no organized religion is going to stand that test of what's coming with this disruption and this great this reset. It's going to be too much revealed for the religion. Vladimir Putin just showed an image of a melanated Christ on national television, like on 322, y'all, right? On 322. And at the same time, 150 of his people got murdered by Islamic so-called terrorists, right? On 322. And then on 322, Kendrick Lamar, who was an Israelite, an avowed Israelite, he's standing on that. He had the names in the song, you know what I mean? Like, he don't make no apology. They didn't make him apologize like they did Kyrie. They not trying that boy. And we got to understand who Drake represents. He is the amalgamated Moor. The Moors got defeated by people that look like Drake. During the 1492, remember, his mother and his father would have been the Moor. He's from Memphis, right? And the mother, who is Sephardic, she would have been in Spain as, you know, just the white woman or whatever. And then the child, right? And the child would look like a Drake, the same way that you have the Dominicans, right? So the Dominicans, you know, they have mixed with the European, and they have this child. Those were the amalgamated ones, and then they could whiten themselves down and whatnot, because as you see with Drake, he got with a European woman and had a blonde-haired child. So there's a lot of people in Europe running around, and their fathers are like Drakes, but they're passing as whites. But all through Europe, that's all you see, because it's a lot of Moorish blood all up in that whole shit is Moorish. So people who are passing as European, even in Europe, they're not necessarily all European. And all European people, they're like, you know, they come from amalgamated bloodlines. Henceforth, why those coat of arms have people with Moorish features. But Drake, yeah, the Moors who chose their mother over their fathers and slew their fathers, it would look like Drake. When they came and invaded, and the conquistadors were like Drake. They were amalgamated. They were not fully European, or they were not fully Spaniard. They were mulattoes. Lotto. Big lotto. Big lotto. Fuck. Big fucking lotto. You know? So symbolically, what it represents is, you know, is gonna have to come down to some, you know, because I know they're gonna talk about that. I know Kendrick. I know I could feel the energy that he on. He like, let's get it. So yeah, your boy is right, and Aubrey better right.
You got the whole team.
The wild card is J. Cole though. That's the wild card. That he shouldn't be really caught in the middle of it. But they said pick a side.
Yeah, because you run around here with old boy.
You got caught in his trick bag.
And getting bread with Drake.
Huh? He getting some he getting a little Stackington. That raises the overall stocks.
You gonna have to go with Drake.
NBA YoungBoy beef.
Yeah.
Huh?
He used the NBA YoungBoy beef with J. Cole, caught him around the arm.
Caught him around, right. Brought him in, you know. But the shit that might be exposed about the homie, because remember, his mystique lies in the fact that he's stamped by certain people who won't basically, remember Diddy got exposed, right? So I was telling people before when I watched the YouTube video of the CIA nigga, he's breaking it down. He's like, yo, the CIA studies people's private, personal, and public life. Your public life is your public face. That's not who you are. They know that they ain't even worry. They looking at your private and your secrets. Your secrets is where the bodies is buried. Your private is your proclivities and the shit that niggas get blackmailed about, right? That's how they run those operations on all of these famous people, politicians, business owners. They have surveillance. They have the quote unquote private. They're into their private lives, you know. But now you have rappers where you can't shame them. They don't give a fuck. They're coming out showing you their private life without you asking it. That's what the leaks are about.
Yeah.
That's what the people are purposely leaking shit. Like, let me show the world my box. Here,
Everything's up for grabs.
Everything's up for grabs because we're in the attention economy now. So it's a new economy versus the old economy, and it's digital. And the bag is eyeballs. I just gotta run up some eyeballs. You niggas you making this shit too difficult. I gotta run up some eyeballs? Here, hold this box. Let me get this bag. They told me how to get it.
Anyway.
I'm showing it anyway.
It's on OnlyFans. I'm just leaking my OnlyFans.
I'm just leaking my OnlyFans.
My album could sell.
For the algorithm. So people have learned how to hack this shit. And if you bring morality to the internet, you a fool. Charleston White and a few other people is teaching you. You on the internet playing human games or going by human morals and standards when you don't even know what you're on social media, but you don't know what social network is. You're on the internet and you don't even know how to utilize the internet to your benefit. You on the internet trying to be real, right? You real ass nigga, right? You on the internet trying to be super real and this is my real, not realizing that the internet is for characters. It is a stage. It is theater. It is for entertainment, education, and impact. However, you have to pick a role and stick to it. And there got to be a purpose behind it. And you could tell the greatest story ever told if you know what you're doing. The shit is not hard. They handed you the fucking keys to the kingdom, bro. You just got to get eyeballs, son. That's it. Just a look. Like Cohen said it.
People got to pay attention for it.
He said it, yeah, and there's a landmark white paper that came out called "Attention Is All You Need," which is the beginning of this AI 2.0 wave. Even the president of NVIDIA spoke about it the other day in a conference. It's a hallmark paper called "Attention Is All You Need," and then remember they came out with the experiment about the double slats, where consciousness, reality is all about the wave and the particle, collapsing the wave, attention, consciousness, whatever you look at is real. What you don't pay attention to don't exist. Somebody talking about you. Who? What are you talking about? That's why they say you don't say the name of your enemy. You don't acknowledge that, right? You don't pay attention to that. That's why trolls are who they are. The trolls try to get your attention. The trolls latch on. The trolls pull you down.
Think Drake not going to answer?
Of course he better answer it. He don't have a choice.
Him and Cole gonna answer.
He don't got a choice at this point. Stakes is too high.
Think they're going to throw Future in it? No, Future got to be in it.
Oh, yeah,
Nah, Future gonna have to show it. Future it's a
Everybody.
yeah. You might as well
Drake
straight up.
be the one to throw shots at everybody, but
Might as well.
He do like subtly or subliminally or he might just do something on the internet like a little meme or some shit.
We ain't talking about that. We talking about bars. We talking about head up.
You can have a slick jab for Metro and all that, especially for letting Kendrick do that.
You gotta
that
leave
album.
Metro out of this. Yeah, but you might pick on homie, but it's like, bro, you met your match.
Yeah, but
you gotta handle.
You've been asking for it this whole time, especially since that Control verse, because you're the only one that won't let that shit die.
You know what Drake represents? Sassy aggressiveness. That's what he represents. He's an outgrowth.
King of it, huh?
He's a king of it. He's an outgrowth of metrosexual culture, right? He's like an offshoot of that thing that P. Diddy, right? No pause. Introduced and pioneered. No Diddy. He pioneered that, right? He pioneered that type of quote unquote aesthetic, right? Sassy, aggressive, you know. And he's been talking real slick for many, many years about my guy. And really like sunning him and trying to little bro him. Yep. And not really giving him his accolades and making it seem like, yo, I was the nigga that started this whole shit. Not realizing that he wouldn't even acknowledge a big three at some points. So, you know, it's only right. You got to get, at this point, he got to get tested. You know, and he's battle tested too. So.
That's true.
But the nigga wearing nail polish and you getting you wearing barrettes in your hair and you becoming real relaxed and whatnot, and you got arrogant at the wheel, and son he hit the brakes on you, and now you gotta real quick.
Kendrick be wearing some fits too now.
No, he do. All of them.
Don't be straight hip hop. He be up there with the France folks with the Louis Vuitton shows when. You know, the wide leg Usher fits. I mean, it's strictly the bars because both of them can't dress in my opinion.
Right.
I wouldn't wear nothing either one of them wear.
Right.
You know? Right. It's on the bars. So we're gonna see who come with the records because Kendrick fits don't be hitting on too much either.
You know? Oh nah, I know. But he got them bars though. I'm talking about that pen. I mean, that pen is gonna, it goes down to the flow in the pen. Drake flow is not fucking with K-Dot's flow right now. It comes down to he's as versatile, he's in his bag, and he could talk some shit. And let's not talk about Schoolboy Q and Ab-Soul if he had to go and really pull some motherfucking guns out.
That's true.
Let's not talk about J-Rock. Let's not talk about those Avengers that niggas ain't even factoring in.
And you know they all ready to burn something down.
So the minute Future get in his bag, it's gonna be a little ugly, bro. Son is a mob boss. You know, you're not gonna just slide on him and talk crazy. And that's Dungeon Family. Like that's a different type of you know what I mean? You're not. That's a musician, bro. That's not a rapper. You lose territory. Yeah. You get blocked out of certain zones, my nigga. So that trade line that he was attached to is not attached to. This is a bad day for him, bro. 322 was a bad day for that boy. Once again, Ye up 100. City Boys up 100, man.
Suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find...
Vultures up 100, man. You know what I'm talking about? We even the score. Vultures up 100. Like I said, Ye be smiting niggas, bro. Y'all got to get into your Christ consciousness bag and understand what you witnessing and whatnot and stand on business. Fuck what anybody say. It's about who set it off. And none of them set it off like he did. Bottom line. We could say what we want to say. I ain't no fan of nobody, but I'm here for the mythos. Y'all niggas is reading this shit wrong. What movie are you watching? Hence, once again, people came into the movie theater while late. Ain't gonna try to dictate the movie to people that was there when we was there on set when before they said action. What are you talking about? So this shit is doing what it's supposed to do. God bless the spitters. Hip hop is getting interesting again. We gonna add on to that conversation. The pills got something to say. You know what I mean? 48 pillars of power. Look at all of the 48 people that popped out the minute we said that we was gonna do this project. Then Killer Mike wins 3 awards and whatnot. He's 48. Then Andre drops the Flute album and hits #1 and goes touring, and you know he's doing his thing. He's 48. You know what I'm talking about? And then who else was it? It was another person. But yeah, that's the wave right now. You know what I mean? There's no age. There's no limit. There's no the 40 is the new 30. Like we're different. I'm not my dad's 48, bro. Hell no.
The hip hop 48.
Yeah, this the hip hop 48. My heroes. I looked at MC Light picture today. Bro, she looked 29.
And she aged very well, gracefully. I should say.
Yes. I saw Jasmine Guy.
Oh man, that was.
Yo, so anyway, but our people have preserved themselves like pharaohs. You know what I mean? They preserve themselves like pharaohs and whatnot. There's something about our people and our culture that maintains our richness and our youth and our vigor. So this is a different type of era that we in right now. The 70s babies, they look younger than some of the 80s babies. That's a fact. The ones that didn't completely abuse themselves and take and got on that health kick before it was too late, yeah, they reversing their age. Look at Nas, bro. Can you explain that?
He still look the same damn near.
You feel me? I'm talking about my niggas Henrietta Lacks or something. They better test the DNA.
To this day.
They got the Henrietta
To this
Lacks.
day. To this day.
He got the immortal genes. So this 50 moving forward, the God Hop is here, higher elevation, healing our people, higher infinite power, healing our people. Professor Griff and DJ Paradise and my good brother Minister Server, they're gonna be coming to your town. The 3 gods are gonna be pulling up and they're gonna be giving you a legendary classic demonstration very, very soon. We'll have those commercials running. The Mark125.com, the Mark125, the number 125, th.com is where the shirts and the drip and all of the KTO merch, everything that you need for your spring pop out, you'll find it there and whatnot. Melanin Monday, pass that flyer. Look out for the 48 Pillars of Power, the book. Look out for the strain. All right, we got the new tropics and we got the quote unquote the pre-rolls. Melanin Monday coming up in Atlanta, 640 Evans Street. All right, I'm gonna be beginning my campaign for the Facts 24 initiative. We're gonna be laying out some monumental solutions and getting this ball rolling because we're in a new quarter of a new year and it's time not just to celebrate but to get busy. All right. So with that being said, love and light to the